Well, if you have a voice, then feel blessed because you have the power to share a message with the world. Yes, the power of communication can help you communicate and share your ideas, perspectives, and whatnot with the world. And in this live session, I'm going to tell you how to prepare and deliver a speech. It can be any speech, maybe a speech in front of your colleagues, your seniors, or maybe if you have any occasion like Independence Day. I get a lot of emails and messages of us. How do I prepare for speech? I have to give a speech in front of my colleagues on Independence Day. How many of you have this kind of challenge or are expected to deliver a speech and are kind of like, what will happen? Do you have that kind of nervousness, anxiety, and fear that there are a lot of people who are looking up to me and I have to give a great speech? This pressure mounts over unnecessarily, and we are unable to sleep. Happens with you that no matter you have to give a speech, maybe after like 4 or 5 days, but just before that, the panic button is on and you're not feeling at ease. You're unable to sleep. You are shaking, you are shivering. You have those thoughts that what if I don't deliver well? What if I forget what I have to say? What if I'm not able to create that impact which I'm supposed to create? What if I don't sound that amazing that the world is is expecting me to? It might happen that you'll prepare really hard, but when you go live just like this, you might fumble, and that's okay. That's the first learning for everyone out here, that be okay with making mistakes. Be okay with making mistakes. You are a human being. Repeat after me. I am a human being and I can make mistakes. I'm going to tell you step by step approach in this session along with a sample speech that you can deliver if you have to deliver an Independence Day speech, for example, and take the insights and replicate when you give a speech on some other occasion, right? But remember the mindset that you need not take yourself as an expert. You are not that freedom fighter who went there and was like, hey, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You are just reflecting, you're just sharing your perspective that whatever has happened in this country, what the country has been through, what people have been through, what our ancestors have been through, you just feel grateful that today you are safe, you're alive, because someone sacrificed his or her life for our today, right? You understand this. So do not take this pressure that I have to be perfect in my speech. These are basic thumb rules that whenever you give a speech in front of anyone, do not take yourself as an expert. Because the moment you think of yourself as an expert, the pressure mounts on and you are expected to be perfect. And as I said, you can make mistakes. I'm not saying make mistakes repetitively, but then in between, if you make mistakes, you forget things, it's okay. It's okay. Why do I emphasize more on this? Because people are so much concerned that what if something goes wrong? How will I face that situation, Devas? You're too much focused on that one point than focusing on the larger picture. Think about what message you have to share. Are you with me on this? Think about what message you have to share with the world. Think about the impact of the message that will be there on the world, on the people who are listening to you. That should be your driving force. That should inspire you that, hey, come on, my 20 minutes, my 15 minutes will change the way my team works. My 15 minutes will make the team go, ga, 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 ga. Come on, bring it on. They'll be like so driven. My 15 minutes will inspire the country. With this thought, you prepare your speech. The first thing that you ought to do is no rocket science. You're aware of it, but still How to go around it, I'll share with you. The first point is certainly preparation. Now, what is preparation, Devas? It's a no-brainer. Everyone knows that we have to prepare. What's so good about it? When I say prepare, prepare. When I say prepare, you should be familiar with the context. You should know what the audience expects from you. For example, if it's about Independence Day, then people are expecting you to talk about what has happened in the past, to talk about all those freedom fighters, to talk about all those moments which were quite intense, where people have lost their lives, all those instances where sacrifices were made. People expect this. So your content should be as per the audience's expectation. You cannot go all by yourself. So your research will be as per what audience expect. You get this? It has to be as per audience's expectation. Right now, if I choose English as a medium to communicate with everyone out here, because on this channel, there are subscribers, there are viewers, there are people like you, amazing people like you, who may not be familiar with Hindi, and that's completely okay. So I'll choose a language which everyone understands on this channel. Does it make sense? So even the language that you choose should be as per your audience. Even when you dress up, just imagine it's an Independence Day speech. And if you wear shorts, if you wear t-shirts, you can still deliver the speech, nothing wrong in that. Versus imagine wearing a kurta with a saffron, white, and green and blue color combination, something of that sort. Just like imagine. Would you get that feel, yes or no? The person hasn't even said a single word, remember. But just by looking at the person, you'll feel, hey, you know what? There is some feeling of patriotism. There's like some feeling of like, yes, today we'll hear something about India. That feeling, that emotion will automatically resonate with the audience, yes or no? Think about it. So what you wear will make a difference when you give a speech. Unfortunately, people do judge you in the first few seconds. They do look at you and say, okay, yeah, the way he's dressed up, kind of dressed up as per the occasion. Similarly, if your culture of the organization is such where you're expected to wear formals, business formals, then you wear those kind of clothes, boom, people will take you seriously than wearing boxers. You know, that you say, oh, I heard that in some companies you can wear shorts and walk in. No, the culture of the organization, how people expect you to be dressed up. Your content should also be as per the same context. Make sense so far? Preparation as per the audience. You can refer a lot of blogs, lot of articles, lot of videos to get those good words and phrases and lines. But then is it relevant to the context? Is it relevant? That's important, right? Now, think about Independence Day. What kind of preparation do you need to do? Think about it. If you have to deliver a speech on Independence Day, what all preparation you need to do in terms of content? What all things you should know? You should know about history. I don't know how many of you had history as your favorite subject, but then, whatever the case be, you need to know about history, whatever has happened right from 1947. Before that, after that, talk about it. I believe you all agree, you would all agree that we did not get this independence overnight. Yes or no? It took years and years and years to reach this place. Yes or no? So you cannot just sum up that, oh, in 1947 we got independence. So what? Can you add more details to it? That's the second part to it. Knowing the history, number one, and then add facts and figures. When I say add facts and figures, talk about those people who were highlighted, right from Subhash Chandra Bose to maybe Bhagat Singh. Talk about all those legends who have sacrificed themselves for this independence. Talk about all those movements, talk about all those years which were important. Maybe the Quit India movement. Talk about all those instances which were like kind of game changer. These facts and figures will add more value to what you say. The same thing applies to your speech in the corporate scenario. Just imagine giving a speech, talking about your project, talking about what all you have done. The moment you add facts and figures to whatever has been done by your team, for example, if you say that the output has grown by maybe 16%, the revenue has grown by 26% month on month, year on year, quarter on quarter, whatever it be, whatever metric you choose, the moment you choose numbers, the moment you add numbers, percentages, facts and figures, there is more credibility associated and people take you more seriously. Make sense? Makes sense. This tip and technique is applicable to all the speeches in all the scenarios. That's how you prepare. Knowing the context, knowing what the audience needs. For this, you can always refer articles and blogs and some numbers and all. That's done. Once you do this, you can even add famous sayings and quotes. Yes. Use those quotations. Be the change you want to see in the world. Or the quotations by Chandrasekhar Azad, by all those legends whom we have looked up to as we were growing up. The moment you add a quotation, a saying by a famous personality, it adds more weightage. People are able to connect at a deeper level. For example, if you just say that, okay, we need to change is very important, change is very important, versus change is the only constant, or be the change you want to see in the world, said Mahatma Gandhi, or anyone else. The moment you associate a person's name, it adds more weightage to it. Yes or no? You ask yourself, whenever you consume content on social media, there's a very nice line on any of the Instagram posts, and underneath, if maybe Buddha is written, you will add more value to it. Yeah, Buddha has said the right thing. Or if Gulzar Saab has written some piece of shairi, automatically you'll give a lot of weightage to it. Yes or no? Because you have a preconceived notion, you have a perceived image around Gulzar Sahab, or maybe around Subhash Chandra Bose, or any leader for that matter. So the moment you quote a person, people try to associate themselves with that person, with their persona altogether. Make sense? Make sense? Give me a heads up. Oh yes. Oh yes. Once you get your sayings in place, now is the most important part. The way you deliver. You have prepared the content, okay? That okay, the verse, I'm gonna prepare all these things. I'm gonna like deliver all these things. Fair enough. The point is how you deliver it. You listen to any great leader, any president, any prime minister, when he is addressing the nation, you see that kind of energy. Just imagine that this Independence Day, your prime minister just says, oh, again Independence Day. Every year we have Independence Day. Yeah, we got independent on 15th of August 1947. And yeah, a lot of sacrifices were made. A lot of lives were lost. Mm, yeah, we have grown a lot, and I'm sure we can do a lot. Would you feel inspired? Would you be like driven? Would you accept that person as a leader? Just imagine. And this trait of inspiring with your words, with the way you say, is an integral part of being a leader. Just imagine. If you have to be a leader, if you have to inspire people, you should be inspired from within. And that should reflect in the way you say. That energy should be there, that spark should be there, that passion should be that, yes, you mean it. Are you with me on this? Value the emotions. The audience looks up to you. If you are the leader, if the prime minister is there, people look up to him that, yes, he is the one who's addressing everyone. Value the emotions. Sound optimistic. No matter what challenges we are facing, just imagine if the leader says, oh God, you know what? The country is going bankrupt. Like, think about leaving this country. Even like, I am packing my bags. Get lost, get lost, get lost. Just like, imagine. How would you feel? If the leader says, okay, tomorrow I'm like firing everyone. Bye bye. Have fun. How would you feel? Rather, the moment as a leader, you show empathy that I understand we're going through a tough time. The last 2 years, because of COVID, a lot of people have lost their lives. Giving respect to all those who served, not just like back in 1947, but all those like doctors and the frontline workers and everyone who was there to help in those challenging times. Value them. How about valuing all those army like person who are like serving us, who are like defending us from the enemies? We are able to share and learn through this live session because there is someone at the border taking care of us. Yes or no? Can you value that? When you will value this, it will showcase in the way you say, and people can connect. Yes or no? Are you with me on this? Think about it. It's all about how you connect. I can give you a great speech. I will be giving you a great speech in this session for sure. However, how you deliver it, the passion with which you deliver it, that will connect you with the audience. Else, you come, you read the script, and you disappear. Big difference. No, no difference at all. Sound fearless. No matter that, yes, war is going on, inflation is there, and blah, blah, blah. All challenges are there. They are like floods and calamities, and everything is there. But then, as a leader, you are to sound optimistic. You are aware of the challenges. You are not being ignorant. The difference. I'm not saying that, okay, be ignorant. You are very much in the moment aware of it. That is how you share that, yes, maybe the company is going through a bad phase. As a leader, you're aware of the situation. Your employees, the people who work for you, they are quite scared. They are quite uncertain that how will we make it work? What have you thought about them? Do you see hope? If you see hope, it will reflect in the way you say it. Your body language will be quite open that, yes, I'm there with you. Your voice, your tonality, everything will support your message. Makes sense? Valuing the emotion, my dear friends, is really important. And then once you have structured everything, that yes, I have the content, I know with what intent I have to deliver, prepare the structure in your mind. That okay, I'll start with this, maybe address everyone, like thank everyone, make them feel proud the moment I speak something, not sound negative that, oh, we are all victims. We are all victims and blah, 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 blah. Just think about it. If I start on this note, I will like, trigger negative emotions. Whereas if I say, I'm proud to stand before all of you and share words of hope, because I see hope, because someone saw hope years before. And it is all because of their hope that today we are independent. Just like that. Just building it up in the real time, okay? to help you understand that how can I start. It can be a positive start or it can be a dull or negative start. You choose a positive one. Have a structure that, okay, this is how you will start. Maybe you start with a quotation, a saying, anything that works for you, which kind of triggers, not just hello everyone, today I have been asked to give a speech on Independence Day and I'm here before you. Boring, utterly boring. Don't try that. Try something more interesting. Sounds good? Then have the body in place. You have prepared the intro that, okay, this is how I'll start. This is how I will grab the attention of the audience. And then I'll talk about the facts and figures and what has happened in the history. And then towards the end, I'll sum it up. When you sum it up, you'll observe this. Taking an example of Independence Day, you'll observe the leaders, the way they sum it up. They will like sum it up on a very positive note, like Vande Mataram, Jai Hind. You'll see that. And the audience is resonating with you. So always remember, in situations like these, try to bring in that energy that, yes, audience resonates with you. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yes, that's how it works. And now I would share with you a perspective, not a perspective, rather. Um, I have like curated a speech by referring the speeches of our former president, Ramnath Kovindji, and our current like, Prime Minister, Sri Modi ji. And do observe how reference has been made to those moments in history, how facts have been used, how emotions are valued to connect with 1.4 billion Indians. Are you ready? So the next few minutes, I'm going to refer the speech given by Ramnath Kovindji and Narendra Modi ji, what they have said. I have extracted few pieces. I'm going to go step by step, would be analyzing that why they chose those words, those lines, and how even you can use the same while delivering in your case. Sounds good? So the way Mr. Modi starts, my dear countrymen, certainly you know it, he talks in Hindi, that mere pyare deshwasiyo. I'm just giving you an English version of it. My dear countrymen, do you really see the belongingness? My dear countrymen. He could have addressed you countrymen. No, my dear countrymen, my friends. That can be a way to connect with the audience in the first line itself. 1.4 billion people you're addressing to the entire country. Everyone should be should be connected. He says, best wishes to all of you and those who love India and democracy from all over the world on the occasion of the Amrit Mahotsav of Freedom, the 75th Independence Day. Just observe what he has said. Best wishes to all of you. He's appreciating. And those who love India, because you know it, that it is not just people of India, but the entire world is looking up to you. Similarly, if you have your clients sitting in that meeting, you address them indirectly. Best wishes to all of you and those who love India and democracy from all over the world. This is a differentiator. What differentiates India? The largest democracy in the world, yes or no? The largest democracy in the world. I think almost more than 800 million people vote. Big thing. That's a differentiator. Similarly, when you talk about your organization, maybe your school, your college, your company, whatever it be, what is that differentiator? Think about it. So best wishes to all of you and those who love India and democracy from all over the world on the occasion of the Amrit Mahotsav. That's a word given to that occasion, 75th Independence Day. This happened in 2021. So you've given a name. So similarly, you all have those events, those conclaves and seminars. Choose the appropriate name. Today, on the pious festival of the Amrit Mahotsav, you add words like pious, sacrosanct, magnanimous, pure, whatever word you can add to make this day a special one. It is not just a holiday for sake. People often think, oh, it's Independence Day, holiday. No, it's a pious festival. Just see, the way one word can change our feelings. It's a pious festival of Amrit Mahotsav of freedom. It is not just about independence, it's about Amrit Mahotsav of freedom. The country is bowing to all its freedom fighters and brave heroes who continue to sacrifice themselves day and night in the defense of the nation. That's how you start. That's how you start. The people who have fought for the country, certainly they should be valued more than anyone else. Yes, everyone's contribution matters. However, we all understand that the freedom fighter and the brave heroes who continue, see the words, who continue to sacrifice themselves day and night. If you are addressing at a corporate event, you talk about your workforce, that is your army. That right now, as I give this speech, there is my team working on the code, making the software better and better and better. Talk about that. That's your army. You lead that army, right? Going ahead, the country is remembering every personality. Now I'm going in those details, history, facts, and figures, talking about those names which are remembered by maximum people. So I've given you an introduction. I'm going in the body. The country is remembering every personality, including the revered Bapu, who made freedom a mass movement. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who sacrificed everything for the freedom. Or great revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bismil Ashfaqullah Khan, Rani of Jhansi Lakshmi Bai, Queen Chennamma of Kittur, or Rani Gaidan Liu, or the valor of Matangini Hazra in Assam. The country's first Prime Minister, Pandit Nehruji, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who integrated the country into a United Nations, and Baba Sahib Ambedkar, who determined and paved the way for the future direction of India. Why are we talking about all these names? Why? It's important to make everyone feel valued. Not everyone will connect with Mahatma Gandhi. Not everyone will connect with Subhash Chandra Bose. Not everyone will connect with Chandrasekhar Azad. You have to touch all the communities. You have to touch all the people. Remember, it's 1.4 billion people. Similarly, in your organization, you have to touch everyone. When an actor receives an award, that okay, this happens to be with my Filmfare, my darling Filmfare award. You might say the word, I earned it. I was the one who was the best actor and I got this award. Versus you thank the spot boy. You thank the spot boy. You thank the makeup artist. You thank every single person who made that film, who made your performance looked so great on the screen. So counting everyone's contribution will showcase you as a leader. And that has been beautifully done when Mr. Modi chose these names. Everyone was valued. Moving ahead, the country is indebted to all these great personalities. He even says, India is a land endowed with gems. I salute countless people from every corner of India whose names don't even figure in history, but who have built this nation and have also taken it forward in every period. That's a masterstroke. There are a lot of debates that why should only some people get all the limelight? And it happens in the organization also. You being on the stage cannot take all the names. You will be taking few names, maybe people who are leading various verticals, but then every contribution is is important. So I salute countless people from every corner of India whose names don't even figure in history, but who have built this nation and have also taken it forward in every period. That shows that you, as a leader, value every contribution. Similarly, while talking about your organization, talk about the contribution right from the gatekeeper to the one who serves the guest, maybe the one who handles the pantry, maybe anyone who handles the back end, whatever it be. Value that. India has fought for the motherland, culture, and freedom for centuries. This country never gave up the pain of slavery and the longing for freedom for centuries. In the midst of victories and defeats, the aspiration of freedom engraved in the mind was never diminished. Today is the time to bow down to the leaders of all these struggles, the warriors of centuries of struggle, and they also deserve our reverence. This thought is drilled deeper. It's important because youngsters would be listening to him. A generation that has not been through the pain which the previous generation has been through. Yes or no? Ask yourself. Your fathers and forefathers, they were the ones who faced that kind of pain, not you, not I. Because we were born in a generation where things were quite stable, quite stable. We did not see those moments of bloodshed where you had to lose your closed ones just like that. It's important to remind the young generation of all the sacrifices made. Going ahead, he says, "My dear countrymen," he again remembers everyone and addresses everyone as "Mere pyare deshwasiyo," as "my dear countrymen." When Swami Vivekananda, remember, talking about some famous personality, using their words, their sayings, the same thing Mr. Modi did. When Swami Vivekananda used to talk about the future of India, when he used to see the magnificence of Mother Bharat in front of his eyes, he used to say, "Try to look into the past as far as possible. Try to look into the past as far as possible. Drink the water of the ever new spring flowing back there. And after that, look ahead. Go ahead and make India brighter, greater, and better than ever." In this 75th year of independence, it is our duty to move forward, believing in the immense potential of the country. So, what have I done? I have used the reference from Swami Vivekananda. A lot of respect for this like person. And then you continue and say, in this 75th year of independence, it is our duty to move forward, believing in the immense potential of the country. Because Swamiji is trying to make us realize that where we come from. Remember the legacy that you all carry. Sone ki chidiya, the golden bird. We all remember, right? So it's an attempt to remind everyone of where we come from. In this 75th year of independence, it is our duty to move forward, believing in the immense potential of the country. We have to work together for new generation infrastructure. We have to work together for world-class manufacturing. We have to work together for cutting-edge innovations. We have to work together for new age technology. Notice, this is an aspect of public speaking which I teach in my course, that when you repeat using the same set of words, if you observe the last paragraph, we have to work together for new generation infrastructure. We have to work together for world-class manufacturing. We have to work together for cutting-edge innovations. We have to work together for new age technology. What were the common words? What were those common words? We have to work together. We have to work together. We have to work together. It's a brilliant attempt to bring everyone together to that one goal. Yes or no? The power of words. The power of words. Beautifully used. Beautifully used. I extend my greetings, especially to the members of the armed forces who have guarded our freedom valiantly and gladly, making supreme sacrifice when necessary. While appreciating the valor and sacrifice of those brave warriors, all of us should imbibe the motto, Mera har kaam desh ke naam. Mera har kaam desh ke naam, which means each and every deed of mine is for the nation as a mantra and work with full devotion and dedication for the development of the nation. So what have we done? We have taken a motto from the Indian Army, Mera har kaam desh ke naam, and then the leader is trying to use that motto to inspire all the listeners, where he says that yes, which means each and every deed of mine is for the nation as a mantra and work with full devotion and dedication for the development of this nation. You can even tweak it, change it to make it relevant to your organization. Make sense? I would like that all of us come together to take India forward on the path of progress with the spirit of keeping the interest of the nation and society foremost. You can again change the lines to make it relevant for your corporate, for your organizational speech. Something like, I would like that all of us come together to take this organization forward, or maybe on the path of progress, with the spirit of serving our customers and our clients and maintaining a global or by lowering the carbon footprint that shows sensitivity towards the environment. Do you get this? Towards the end, you might say, I once again congratulate all of you on the eve of India's 75th Independence Day. While celebrating this anniversary, I cannot stop my mind from imagining a powerful, prosperous, and peaceful India of 2047 when we will celebrate 100 years of our independence. What is happening in this case? In these lines, the president is reminding us of the future. Vision. A vision where India is a superpower. A vision where India sees peace. A vision where India sees freedom, not just what we have got so far, but freedom from a lot of things. We still are not free. We are still caged to a lot of things I would not discuss in this session, but you know it. So over here, while celebrating this anniversary, I cannot stop my mind from imagining. You're making the audience imagine a powerful, prosperous, and peaceful India of 2047 when we will celebrate 100 years of our independence. Similarly, talk about your organization's vision. In the 21st century, no obstacle can stop us from fulfilling the dreams and aspirations of India. Our strength is our vitality. So, as a leader, you have to remind your listeners that what is your strength, what is our strength. Our strength is our vitality. Our strength is our solidarity. Our vitality is the spirit of nation first, always first. This is the time for shared dreams. This is the time for shared resolve. This is the time for shared efforts. And this is the time to move towards victory. Do you also observe now? The same pattern. This is the time, this is the time, this is the time is being repeated again. That now is the moment to go ahead and win it for this country. And so I say once again, this is the time. And you ask the audience, this is the time, the right time, India's precious time. This is the time, the right time, India's precious time. The power of countless arms. The power of countless arms. There is patriotism everywhere. There is the power of innumerable arms. There is patriotism everywhere. What has happened? You see this? He is reminding every individual of the potential that yes, there are a lot of arms. 1.4 billion can be your strength. Do not just think from the population explosion. That can be one side of it. However, he's reminding you of those innumerable arms, that there is patriotism everywhere. If he says that, hey, you know what, there is hatred everywhere, there are like civil wars that are going to happen, there is a discrimination in the society, no, there is patriotism everywhere. Come, rise and unfurl the tricolor. Come. He is challenging, he is asking that, hey, come on, let's do it together. Come, rise and unfurl the tricolor. Turn the fate of India. Turn the fate of India. This is the time, the right time, India's precious time. There is nothing you cannot do. There is nothing you cannot do. There is nothing you cannot achieve. You rise and begin. Recognize your abilities. Yes, recognize your abilities. Understand all your duties. Understand all your duties. This is the time, the right time, India's precious time. When the country completes 100 years of independence, the goals of the countrymen must be turned into reality. That is my desire. With my best wishes, I once again congratulate all the countrymen on the 75th Independence Day. I want you to say aloud with your fists up. Everyone, Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. And that's how you conclude. So do you see this? How emotions are like triggered, how it works. Just imagine when you will deliver the speech in front of hundreds and thousands of people. See the impact. If you can inspire that one individual, that's enough. That's enough. Some of the listeners who might listen to you might be more interested in the chai and the samosa and the pakoras that they will get, or the laddus that they will get on Independence Day. But then I'm sure that if you will deliver your speech with this passion, lives would be impacted. People will get inspired. And that's your purpose. Yes or no? All right. I believe now you know how to deliver a speech. Give me a heads up. How many of you loved this session and what you gained from this? Let me know in the comment section. I would wait for your comments to know how this session has helped you prepare for your speech from now on. If you love this, do share it with someone who wants to know this. And you'll be doing a service to the nation for sure. Because if we can communicate well, a lot of problems can be resolved. बहुत ही अच्छी कहावत है कि मुश्किल को समझने का तरीका निकल आता, मुश्किल को समझने का तरीका निकल आता, तुम बात तो करते कोई रास्ता निकल आता. That's the power of communication, folks. Just make an attempt to communicate with people around you. Things would be resolved. Let's have a peaceful nation. On this note, happy Independence Day. Happy lives to everyone, and stay awesome, stay productive. Thank you so much for joining in this live session. Bye-bye.